Now, if you've been following me, you know I've spoke about this a countless amount of times. A lot of videos that I used to do on YouTube was talking about tokenization, what some call maybe blackwashing. You know, taking these characters that are classically or have been classically portrayed in one way, and they swap them, and oftentimes it's for social or political reasons. But there was a post that I see that came from Viz Media. There's been a lot of conversations being had here, and I wanted to chime in on it. Let's just get right into it. If you guys can see it here, you'll see that Viz made an announcement on October 17th. It says being mixed race in Japan, like Kazubi, means facing daily trials of racism, microaggressions, and otherness. This is a journey of resilience, hope, and the search for coexistence. Half is More, Volume 1 by Yoiko Fujimi. Now, there's been this response that I'm looking at right now. There's someone that quotes and says, "Stop blackwashing characters, make your own characters," saying basically others say that. And then he says, "But when they make their own characters, y'all get mad." Well, that unfortunately completely misrepresents what people have been saying about this subject matter, and it totally misses the point here. That's it. It's not as nuanced as what some people may think. It's really simple if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of things. Okay, there is the more blatant aspect of it all. Obviously, folks take exception to seeing these tokenizations. But there's another thing that we talked about as well. When these original black characters are created, if they are not, let's say, based upon some other, again, classically non black character, oftentimes you get the heavy reliance upon these tropes in which a core part of their storyline narrative is dealing with race, racism, some sort of thing in that nature, and it's boring. Let's be completely honest. It's overused, it's predictable. For some reason, these guys have not figured it out. A lot of people have not figured it out, especially more so in the mainstream, more front facing entertainment properties. They have not figured out the fact that you can create a character that just happens to be black and they can have other things about them that are intriguing. And sure, that takes a lot of work. It may take even years, decades even for some of these characters to catch on. Absolutely. But this reliance upon their race and saying that they basically have to deal with that aspect of it, people often reject it. So you're not necessarily creating this original character, or rather, you're relying on this trope that people find off-putting and boring. Now, I've obviously created several characters myself over here at the Riververse. Some happen to be black, some not, and that's one of the things that it's just not as difficult as people may make it out to be. And there are those that are out there that love these topics constantly being I guess sought after, or rather, them kind of expanding upon that because that's represents their real world view. So they want their characters to be representative of that. But on the other hand, it's not a difficult thing to do. You can make characters and they can just be cool. I've made Salvage. I've made obviously Isom. I've made Bloodruth out there behind me. And one thing that none of them have had to deal with in their storylines is their race. It's just a thing that you can make other aspects of them again intriguing, compelling, and they can catch on with people of all races. Because what you end up running into if you do rely upon that so heavily upon that, you end up running into this issue where really it's only speaking to one particular demographic, and that's the demographic that finds number one this sort of thing appealing, and that's not most people. So yes, folks are saying what they're saying right now, but don't pretend as if that other aspect of it, like again, relying on that racist trope, is some it's like absolved, like, okay, well, this is original character, whether they're not based on another character, and therefore we get to do this. Oh, wait, y'all still have a problem. No, no, no. It can be done. It has been done all throughout. There's so many other people. I just brought up myself, obviously, because it's a little personal for me, but there's plenty of other creators that have been able to do this and they don't rely upon them. And oftentimes, those are going to be the characters that stand the test of time. But here we go. Yet again, people acting as if they're confused.